All right, Rich, it's been a little bit of a rough season for your Knicks. 30-48, 18 games under 500.
The Oakley disaster.
8 games back.
You don't have to go through the preamble of how dreadful it has been. Please.
You're 8 games back to the Bulls with 4 to go, so the math's not working out for you there. But your owner that you love so much, James Dolan, we know about what happened earlier this year with him. Well, apparently there was another incident on Tuesday night at the Garden when the Knicks were playing the aforementioned Bulls.
Unbelievable.
A season ticket holder was outside before the game waiting for his friend to finish a cigarette, drinking a beer outside Madison Square Garden. I know there's a few bars around there, but I don't know about open container policy. Anyway, that's beside the point. Apparently, James Dolan and a couple of his buddies walked out of the Garden, were going to get into their car.
Yes.
This guy couldn't believe that the owner of the Knicks, the team that he grew up rooting for, was walking out.
Yep.
And he kind of got a little bit in his face and told Jimmy Dolan that he should sell the team, quote, according to Deadspin. So Deadspin contacted Dolan and his reps to get word on this because apparently Dolan called the fan an a-hole to his face. So James Dolan told Deadspin, quote, I did call him an a-hole because he is an a-hole.
Great customer service. Super customer service, Jimmy. Way to just really understand how to handle the fans. Way to go, James.
So Dolan,
he's the worst, man. And I'll tell you this. Thank you for setting it up, Chris.
Sure.
It is a fallacious analogy that he posited to Deadspin and to this fan. What if I came to your office and did this to you? Fan's what, a lawyer?
Fan is a 35-year-old lawyer from Astoria.
Great. Apples and oranges, Jimmy. Apples and oranges, pal. Because this guy who's a lawyer, where's he a lawyer again? You said somewhere.
I believe he also is a professor at Fordham too, because he said he told James Dolan. James Dolan accused him of being drunk, and he said, "I didn't have enough time to get dunked. I was just teaching a lecture." That's
Dolan's go-to line on when he's trashing his paying customers, that they're drunks, and so basically. He is a professor. Please tell me he's a professor of proctology. That'd be fantastic.
At Bandini, Lambert, and Locke.
Okay. It is fallacious to tell somebody who's a lawyer, what if I did this to you at your job, when your job is owning an institution of the city that keeps being tarnished by your behavior and your handling of it. Two completely different animals, Mr. Straight Shot. That's a straight shot for Jimmy D and whatever the heck he calls his band that he loves touring the country with. Okay? And it is a fallacious argument. You need to hear it from your fans. And the worst part about that Deadspin article, do you have it up there in front of you, Chris? Please read out the last 2 paragraphs of the Deadspin article. This was what made me the most upset about this article. Read the last 2 paragraphs of it, Chris Law, please.
The last 2 lines are Hammerski also says he intends to renew his season tickets for next year. Quote, I can't help it. I love the Knicks.
What a dumbass. You, sir, with all due respect to your professorship and your legal mind, you are a dumb ass. The owner of the Knicks treats you that way, and you can have James Dolan. I'm sorry. You can be heckled on the streets of New York. It is part and parcel of what you are attempting to do. If you're an owner and a fan says you suck, guess what? Take it. You think you don't think Cubans heard worse? If you have one playoff appearance in 17 years, you are going to hear it. And if you're going to walk in on the streets of New York, by the way, kudos to you to do that, you're going to hear it from a New Yorker. You're a New Yorker. I'm a New Yorker. I'll hear it from the streets. I've heard people say worse to me walking around Yankee Stadium while I was covering the World Series. You should hear what I hear when I go to Philadelphia for the NFL Network. I got heckled going to the Celtics game the other day.
That's how it goes.
Okay. Let me just finish up by saying this to Professor Hammerski. Your fault, pal. Your fault. You don't like it? and he calls you an a-hole and then backs it up to Deadspin by saying, you know what? He's right. And I think he might have been a drunk because he was having a beer on the street. Okay? You love the Knicks? Great. Root for him from home. Why line this man's pocket? You're a dumbass. That's the only way to put it.
The Rich Eisen Show, weekdays at noon Eastern on Audience.